Hello everyone, I'm the Magi and this video is sponsored by A Sense of Home because home makes sense. And when you buy a complete set, large items included, A Sense of Home will donate to families in New York City homeless shelters because at A Sense of Home, they believe all homes should make sense. Comment a flower and I'll send you a link for sugar scrubs, candles, and so much more. Hello everyone, I'm the Magi and these are my thoughts on the bacteria that is sweeping across America. I came up with this because we need to understand how the heck did we get here? How the heck did this happen? Who the heck is in charge of this problem? You know what I mean? Who's to blame for this here? Okay, so first things first, you have to understand where are we getting our produce from? Where are our locations? So California is in charge of our berries. Florida is in charge of our citrus. And I think I'm right when I say Mexico is in charge of our greens. Now all of those three locations, those things, right? We also they have ties with Canada. So that means what we get, supposedly Canada gets as well. But Canada does not have this problem. So again, how did we get here? Who the heck is to blame for this? Because something's odd is going on, okay? So now we need to get into how our farmers treated. Well, because this is a industry that is such in high demand, farmers are constantly working around the clock. So there is no time for a bathroom break. Ding, ding, ding. There is no time for a sick day. Ding, ding, ding. There's no time for this. And these things that I'm saying, if you're working around the clock and there's no time for this, then this could be a part of the problem, right? So what are they doing? It's not now. I don't want to think like they're just, pulling down their pants and going in the cabbage patch. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to have some kind of decency to say, well, maybe there are outhouses on these farmlands and the sewage messed up or it's backed up or something like that. And that could be possible. Another thing that could also be possible is they could be mixing different manures. Okay, everybody know manure is fertilizer, and usually manure comes from livestock, but if you do the right research, you will understand that if something happens to where if manure is constantly just sitting somewhere, piled up somewhere, right, something changes to that manure. It's not the same if it's sitting somewhere for too long, if that makes sense. So now something could change to that and it could get some kind of bacteria in it. Another thing we also have to take into consideration is America, the diplomats are cheapskates. They really do not like paying. Clearly, that's why we're having this problem with the Strait of Hormuz. They do not like paying for the work that people do for them. So another reason this could be happening is because if they feel like the livestock is taking too long, their alternative is to use human manure fertilizer. That's a thing. Oh my gosh, I looked it up. It's a thing. People could do it, or they could be mixing it or something like that. I don't know. But the last thing that I could come up and think of is I'll never forget when all of this happened between the war between America and Iran, and they assassinated the Iranian president or leader or whatever like that. His son, who was his successor, he was filled with rage and anger. And one of the things that he said that will stand out to me is he said Americans won't be safe even in their homes. And that stuck out to me, especially because I read the 48 Laws of Power, but I'm such a sweet person that I can't do this. Like I ain't into the mind games or whatever like that. But in one of those chapters, it had to do with a spy. We have to understand there's spies around. The diplomats in America, they have to understand, like, this is not no small talk war. This is something big. And what if there's a spy here? What if somebody is contaminating our things? Because how come Canada does not have this problem? Why is this only a problem in America? You understand what I'm saying? Something is going on, you guys. And with that being said, us, the human race, those of us who are in the same boat and got to go to the same daggone like fruit stands and stuff, we have to really teach each other these things. Know that hydro machine thing that you're using UV ray lights to grow vegetables and fruit, that's not good. That's not real sunlight. It's synthetic. You're not getting the nutrients that you think you are. And we have to figure this out. We're really being backed into a corner, you guys. They're taking over their food. The food is garbage here. The water is contaminated. They really got us backed up in a corner, and we got. We have to continue to educate each other on what we know about what we know. I'm the Magi, and those are my thoughts.